A warm welcome back to the Forensic Detailing channel, guys. Do not forget to subscribe. Now we're going to be covering what the next best of or mega test, whatever you want to call it, is that's coming on the channel, and showing you the lineup. They've just arrived, which is great. Before we do, let's have a little whinge about detailing. This is why I don't drive around in a £500,000 Pagani Zonda or Ferrari or, you know, whatever super hypercar in the UK. Just get yourself a cheap car that's quite nice, because if things go wrong, it doesn't cost a lot of money. Driving along, the car in front of me just lets rip with his windscreen wipers, and it all goes flying over the top of his car and goes all over mine, like literally plasters it. And it's really concentrated screen wash that's then dried on the car. I only washed it like a day ago, and it needs to be washed again now. And I don't know if what he's using as screen wash, but you better be safe than sorry. If it's a really cheapo one that's full of like horrible stuff, that can etch, and I've seen it do that. So I need to get that off my car. So it's annoying, isn't it? You're driving around and you just get idiots who don't give a you know what about anything. They don't know their arse from their elbow, damaging your car potentially because they're just stupid. Yeah, if you're pressing your windscreen wipers and the jets are missing your own glass and flying over the top of yours and like going everywhere over everyone else's, you're an idiot. And there's lots of them out there, that's for sure. Right, so here's our lineup, guys. So what are we doing? What is the video on? It's on, well, I think best of ceramic spray sealants, and this is really inspired by the Collinite Beadcoat, which I think is very impressive. But how impressive is it really when you compare it against a field of other ceramic sealants or spray-on sealants, you know, these kind of spray wax type things. The reason I'm saying that is that there's always, I wanted to do ceramic sealants, but there's a little bit of crossover here, and you can tell me what you think about that. Because this is just I'm in the early stages of this really, where I've just bought the products and that's it. So here we've got Vonixx, which we've never done before, and that is Vonixx Carnauba Silica Spray Wax. So it's a hybrid combination of wax emulsion and SiO2. Vonixx are like a Brazilian company, I believe, that grow their own carnauba plants and produce their own carnauba. So you'd expect that to be a really high quality product, but carnauba wax, a bit old school, a bit greasy. Don't know. Let's see what their quality's like. Now this one's a bit oddball, isn't it? Because SiO2 spray sealant. I thought this was like a SiO2 thing, you know, maybe it is. I think it's an Si material, most of them are. So, but it's not clear if that's a ceramic spray, but who cares? Is there a trigger in here? What's the right trigger for this? I would imagine that looks like the Koch one, doesn't it, to me? I have to go and check all this now to make sure I put the right triggers with the right products, or else it leads to error. So that's a bit of a pain. I'll figure it out as I go along. Now, let's do this one here then. The next one, Armour. So we did the Armour ceramic detailer, which I thought was good. I thought it was a solid offering, a bit pricey. Most of them are good. The chemical was really good, and it was hard to criticise the quality of the chemical, really, which has happened before. And you just look at it and sort of criticise the brand and sort of think, you know, the brand could be better. I mean, the brand name Armour, when you've got Armour all out there and you're picking a brand name, do you want a similar name to one of the big sort of established companies? Because the uninformed market think you might, they see Armour and they think, oh, is that Armour all? Some people do. But it's nice, isn't it? It's not that bad. Branding could be better. Now I know that, I'm pretty sure they use Vela triggers, and that's the Vela trigger there, the little Walter PPKs, very good triggers. Not cut to size. Again, that will get marked down, and you guys put in the comments, no, I like it like that, so I can cut it to size. I don't. It's got a filter on the end of it as well, which means I've got to pull that end out and cut it from that end. It's probably no big deal, but anyway, I don't like that. I think it should all be cut to size. Talked about that before. Let's try another one. P&S, you've got to say that very carefully when you're doing video reviews. The P&S brand always makes me laugh because of that name, P&S. And then when they have other words on their brands, like Defender, P&S Defender, P&S Intruder, the new product. You know, and then it's got the word double on it as well, the double intruder, P&S. So I'm just a kid, but that does always make me laugh. So maximum extension, P&S. Okay, what's that going to be like? Don't know. It's SiO2, SiRamik-y. I like the fact they make all their stuff in-house, so you know when you're buying a P&S product, it's going to be different to everything. You know, there's not going to be any crossover when I buy that, which is kind of cool. I've also bought the Menzerna ceramic spray. No idea if this is any good. I have no idea why it's got big number 4 on it. Number 4. Ceramic spray 4. Was he just, they were playing golf when they named this product. What should we call the product? 4. I'm on fire today. I don't know why that's on there. It's probably part of their numbering system is the best guess. Which spray trigger is it for this product? I'm going to say it's not that one. The old, that's the little, you know, that's the old little pistol that you put in your sock. It's the old ankle pistol. Emergency pistol. It's going to be one of these two, isn't it? Now, Menzerna, are they a bit cheapy? They're probably a bit cheapy because they're a bigger brand. I'm going to guess it's this trigger. I'm going to guess, I could be wrong. This is not important to the video, so please do not get the ump if I got the wrong trigger. I'm just doing this a live video reactions, and I'll go and try and check out what triggers are for it, you know, properly. Interesting to see if that's any good or not. Yeah, Menzerna, obviously very good abrasives, but that's it. Again, a brand that have potential, but have good abrasives that people really like, but don't go beyond that. You don't really hear Menzerna Power Lock, I think a few people talk about, but I don't think that's that great. I don't think it's as good as, I don't think it's the same product as the American version. Because I think the history of that is that Jeskar were like the importer, or they were like a detailing company, I think, or some sort of company, I don't know. Not a detailing product manufacturer, but they were the importer of Menzerna, and they got the rights to call it Jeskar instead, I believe. Don't quote me on all this, just sort of paraphrasing what I think. And then they decided they wanted a sealant, so they went and had a sealant made somewhere, and that was their Power Lock, Jeskar Power Lock, and then the Jeskar Ultra Lock Plus. And I think that's got nothing to do with Menzerna, that commissioning, but then they realised Menzerna thought, well, they've had real success with that product, we should have one. So they went and made their own Menzerna Power Lock, which is something completely different. I think, could be totally wrong on that, you let me know. You guys are more into all that than I am. But yeah, and now here's a new one to the channel, which is fantastic. You know, I want to try and, this whole lineup actually is pretty good. It's sort of, it's just refreshing, it's just different. This has come in a bag, and this is, you know, very like nice kind of Dr. Beasley's Bead Hero. It's got a Japanese thing. Bead Hero, hydrophobic ceramic spray. How am I finding the branding there? I'm struggling that it's all aligned on that left-hand side. Looks like that should really just spat. That should really be in the middle. Just looks a bit weird to my eye, but maybe that's all done deliberately. My eye's saying that cross there, that is slightly spaced further away than those two, is it? Don't know. It's got a little dot there. Oh, a TM. Okay. Anyway, I'm overthinking that. What is this stuff? Is it water-based? I'm hoping every single product in here is water-based. Just seeing that in there, it looks water-based to me. Because I'm worried with ceramic sprays, we'll get the equivalent of like Geon Can Coat or Tack Moonlight or Adams ceramic spray, which are all lightweight ceramics. They're not water-based, you know, those ones, you know, that are oiled down, you know, lightweight, genuine kind of ceramic material. I don't want that, but if we've got it, we've got it. Here's another one. So this is an interesting one. That's looking water-based to me, which is good. You can tell, can't you? But I could be wrong. But that looks water-based to me. SiRamik's Lustrous, which is a graphene spray, but I think it's also an SiO2 spray as well. I hope so. You know, full-bodied graphene sealant. Well, that's okay. That's still similar sort of thing that I want to compare. Very expensive that was. It cost an arm and a leg, that did. Now, what's using what? I think that the SiRamik uses these sprays, which are not my favourite by a long way. I know the get out of jail card is, well, you just spray a little bit into the applicator or something. You're only supposed to use a tiny bit, so we use these triggers. These triggers are dirt cheap, like significantly cheaper than all these other triggers. And I think my guess is that the Dr. Beasley will be using this one. If I've got any the wrong way round, it might be these two. But that's my guess, because they're a bigger brand, so they try and... don't know. I'll have to go and research it. That'd be my guess. But then that's the longest stem, isn't it? No, maybe I got that wrong. It could be that way. Could be that way. That would make a bit more sense. Who knows? Not important. What else have we got here? This is good. So we've got Chemical Guy's Hydrocharge ceramic spray coating. Again, I think it looks really funny, you know, good, in a good way. Good branding, good lively branding. Very expensive product, this. Very expensive. Look, ceramic in big letters on the side. It's not ceramic. Hydrocharge, ceramic spray coating. Ceramic coating, synthetic gloss enhancers, some random whacker. Spray-on coating, brilliant level of reflecting shine, extreme hydrophobic protection. They don't have the old Americans, they love the old branding stuff. They give it the old, if that's the throttle stick, you know, like you can go, we go sort of, the English brands will go somewhere in the middle. The American brands will push the throttle, the advertising throttle so hard they'll bend the stick. This is literally bending the stick. Well, they got the good health and safety on that. They didn't on their ceramic wax, so that's good. That's good. It's all legit for the UK market, which is what we need to see. Okay, next one. I wasn't going to put this in originally, and I thought, why not? Why not? Spray sealants we're doing. 3D, I really like the brand. They don't have a ceramic spray. They've got a ceramic detailer, but I wanted more like spray sealants. So these are all, none of these are really detailers and have the word detailer in them as far as I'm aware. So they're all full-blooded, modern water-based protection sealant products. There's a big variance in price. Very interesting, the price. That's what I'm going to look at straight away. I'll talk about that product there in a second, because I was really critical of this for the price, and I think what I'm going to find is that the market average price, this might be somewhere like close to that average, maybe, because some of these products are phenomenally expensive. Off the top of my head, because all of these have been bought, so this order that I've just placed has cost me, I think, about 250 quid, and I already had two of them that I didn't buy from that order, so they've all come on that order apart from those two, which I bought before. So the whole lineup's bought and paid for, which is good, and that's a first for a long time, isn't it? Usually it's about 85%, 90% bought, and then there's one or two that have been sent to me. You know, if I got like that new built Hamber stuff, that was sent to me. Some of the Carbon Collective stuff was sent to me, but apart from that, I try and buy it. Why? It's obvious, isn't it? I think if you're trying to do this test, we've talked about it before on the channel, I think you should buy them. And, you know, there's no reason why I shouldn't. But I'm not having to go at any channels that don't, because I haven't always, have I? There's times, I think when I started the channel, I used to buy everything because it was just, I had like 2 subscribers. Then I used to let people send me stuff, like probably for year 2 to like 4, and that was great. And then I think after that, I started realising that you probably don't want to do that because you just want to buy it. Don't talk to the brand, buy it, be polite, be honest, be critical, compare them all on all of the things and just get on with it. The less interaction you have, the easier it is for me to do this. That's the bottom line. Okay, so yeah, prices are really important. I'm just trying to think what are the expensive ones. I think these two might be the really expensive ones. Ironically, you get a lot more liquid, so I think that's going to be the really, really expensive one. That's quite cheap. It's interesting, isn't it? Because 3D, I think the product off the top of my head was like 15 quid. And it's an American brand, so I often say, oh, but when I criticise the Collinite, someone said, oh, but the Americans have got to import it. And I've talked about that before, and I said, yeah, you know, fair enough, but that's an American brand, and that's 15 quid. So how do they do it? Don't know. Maybe they set up some UK company and, you know, they take the formulas or whatever and but buy the chemicals, or there's some way of getting around that import. I don't know, but for any, in layman's terms, that's priced very reasonably, I think. I should really have the figures in front of my head when I'm talking about all this because I get pulled up with it. But there you go. There's another thing. This is a separate one. Just as I was shopping, you know, and I really still love going through and looking at detailing products, but most of it I'm not interested in because I've got it all, I've done it all, I've reviewed it all, I do it. This is what I do, this is my thing. So I've got, you know, I'm a bit bored with kind of products, but I saw this from Chemical Guys and it wasn't really the wet mirror finish that got me excited. It was just what the product is. It's like it's a glaze, but a protectant as well, a little bit, although you can top it. It's a glaze. And I really like these types of glazes. Don't know why I bought this though, because I think this is such a fantastic product. There's nothing this doesn't really do for me, but maybe this is better. Maybe this Chemical Guys one is better. Maybe it's exactly the same. Well, that looks a bit rubbish. Oh, it smells nice though. Bit gunked up in there. It's waxy, that is. It's a bit sort of smeggy. I don't like that. Does that happen? Yeah, we'll always see. We'll give it a good shake up and all that. Don't like it when products spoil. Get that. I've got the strength in one hand. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, this is beautiful. I always find it bodes well when the product looks all nice and shiny and glossy in the bowl. Yeah. So already that's a better, more stable emulsion. So I'll compare these two quite carefully. That will, you know, I'm looking to see if this is better than that. I'm not sure it will be. They give all this stuff about gloss enhancing and all that sort of stuff and all that sort of stuff. That whole gloss thing is a lot of. If you don't, when you first discover all these detailing, you see all these products, you might think there's geniuses in laboratories with all this specialised equipment and they're perfecting the gloss and tweaking stuff and maximising gloss. They won't have, would be very unlikely that these guys have got a piece of equipment that can measure gloss as what I'm lucky enough to have upstairs, because that's about as good as it gets. And measuring and maxing gloss is a difficult, time-consuming thing, and it's less kind of, there's less expertise in that than, anyway, I'm fucking waffling. Waffling on about. It's all a lot of old rubbish is what I'm basically saying. Whack it on there. See how it goes. Anyway, that's just my opinion. So that's a really cool lineup, guys. What's your hot favourite to win? I'm looking at it. My hot favourite would be that. Because it's already, I know price-wise it's going to be fine, and I know the performance is banging in all areas. So if something's going to beat this, it's going to have to stuff it in the durability test, last longer than it. It's going to have to be really beady, because that is really hydrophobic. It's going to have to apply like silk, because that goes on like a detail spray, it's going to have to be mega slick, because that is mega slick. This is going to have to be a really good product to beat that. I don't think this will do it. Koch, a brilliant brand, but they don't tend to have market-leading sealants, do they? Market-leading abrasives, really good pads, really nice detergents. Market-leading sealants and waxes and stuff? No, not for me. That's an unknown. It could be a dark horse. This could be very good. That could be very good. This could be very good. I suspect that's not going to be. Just could be. Who knows? No idea on this one. No idea. Again, I think that's all made in-house, which is good. No idea on this one. Graphene doesn't help with the hydrophobic performance. These generally SiRamik products tend to perform quite well. Chemical guys don't know. Don't know. That should bead well, but does it have the slickness? The things we do on this channel, all in the pursuit of excellence, all in the pursuit of finding the absolute dynamite knockout products for you. It's worth saying this video will cost about £300 of product to make. The video will make, if it does say 20 to 30,000 views, it might make about £100 the view revenue. The affiliate links tend to make half of what the view revenue is. So this video will probably make about £150, but it will cost £300 to make. So the net loss on making this video is minus £150. That's, you know, it could do really well. It could do like 50,000 views, then it will probably break even, but it won't. It will do about 20 to 30. So it will take me about at least 3 weeks to do, probably. Could do it quicker, but you know, I want to use them all on the cards as well. So it'll be at least 3, maybe 4 weeks work to lose £150. So if you like what we do on the channel, there's not a lot of channels doing this, is there? How many channels are still taking a wide range of products like that, buying them all, testing them all, over properly testing them as well, properly testing them, because you can blag it. I could blag it. I've been doing this long enough to be able to blag it. So how many channels are going to work for a month to lose £150? So any of you that have a go at me for running a YouTube channel, you bloody YouTubers, that's the reality of most of this. So you can help support the channel by joining the Patreon community, which is still an important part. Even though times are tough and patrons been smacked, you know, patrons are a rare breed of lunatics that actually support channels they like, and it's an amazing thing. So you can join that community from as little as $1 a month, yes, and then you can leave whenever you like. But it does help the channel, so that's really important. I also steer, you know, get a steer from my patrons of what to do next. I scratched my car there. No. And I also do monthly, or as near on monthly as I can, product giveaways. I'm ready to do another one now. You know, when I finish these tests, I'll generally keep 1 or 2 of the good ones. They're all good, but you know what I mean? They're all good brands, they're all good products, but I'll keep the winner maybe. And then the rest of the products I give away. So they go to my patrons in the monthly contests. So that's really cool. So you can help the channel that way. It's much appreciated. Worth saying as well, sorry for the sort of end of the video waffle, it is tough times at the moment. It's tough times for YouTubers. It's tough times for you guys. It's tough time for businesses. It's a tough time for detailing businesses. It's a really tough time. So, you know, what can you do? When the going gets tough, you just got to put your foot on the pedal. Put your foot on the pedal and do everything you can. And that's what we're doing at the moment. Foot to the floor, doing detailing stuff. Adios, guys. See you soon. Check the description for all the Patreon info. Bye now.